Tseho, a very worrying story when it first broke, and it still continues to be. Absolutely. What is the latest?
So the latest, as you mentioned, is that the food at the fooding scheme, the fooding program that they have at the school is safe for consumption. This was, of course, a problem and a suspicion from parents and from the department after these children got sick, and 2 of them actually died from eating something that they're not quite sure of even at this point. So even right now, the department is not quite sure why exactly these children died, what they ate that might have killed them, but they are saying that they definitely, that they have cleared the feeding scheme, and children can start eating from that feeding scheme once again. But let's just take a listen, Marcel, as to what the MEC had to say.
Report findings are as follows. Based on the samples taken from the food that is supplied by the school, there were no microorganisms, germs, that could be linked to the foodborne illness. This means that the food from the school was safe to be consumed by the beneficiaries. Learners can henceforth receive feeding. Number 2, the SAPS investigation on the snacks bought by learners in different tuck shops is ongoing. While it is considered that the Nelson Ngubeni Primary School National School Nutrition Program is safe, the team made the following recommendations to the school: to strengthen its housekeeping processes in the kitchen, replace old cooking equipment, improve the ambience of the kitchen, intensify hygiene measures in the kitchen, including learners and food handlers, attend to the outside dumping area next to the kitchen by working together with the local municipality.
Now, Tseho, it's a very worrying story, especially if you look at the fact with how high poverty numbers in our country and poor areas like this one. Children depend on the food that they're getting at the school or sources nearby just to have something in their stomachs. What was the Department of Education's recommendations here?
Absolutely. So the MEC for Education mentioning just a few recommendations. First of all, for the school, that they need to, there's a few things that he requested, that they just up the equipment or get better equipment at the school, that they have their hygiene also gets bettered, and, you know, just things within the kitchen area within that particular school. But then the main thing for the parents was things like, rather pack a lunchbox for your child and don't give them money so that they don't buy this food elsewhere, because as we said, this is not food that is from the feeding scheme, but it is food suspected to be from one of the tuck shops within the area there. So they're saying rather don't give them money, rather put in lunchbox for them, and they also just mentioned that advise them on the possibility of what could happen if you eat from outside, or if you buy food from the streets, or if you buy whatever, snacks and whatever from the streets. So just a few recommendations given by the Department of Education to parents. I mean, it's not really an easy thing to do when your child is so used to a certain lifestyle, you know?
I suppose also, in as much as this is the Department of Education that is talking on this case, it's a multifaceted issue, isn't it? Because if you're dealing with tuck shops, some of these tuck shops we know are run out of people's homes or on the side of the street. A lot of that is not regulated and kept a finger on. Is there any word from the police on this investigation as yet?
Well, the police are still investigating the snacks that these children could have eaten from the tuck shop. So, and we don't know how long that's even going to take. When I did ask them if any arrests have been made, or in what cases these people could be facing, what charges they could be facing, I was told that it will take a while, first of all, to investigate what the snacks were that were eaten and what substance was in there that actually made these children so sick. So that's the first step. From there, they will then open dockets to say this is attempted murder or murder docket, and so forth, and then people will then get charged moving forward from that. But they do say that this is going to be quite a lengthy kind of investigation. And when I did ask the Department of Education if any of those tuck shops within the area have been closed, they're like they can only do that once they get the results from the investigation from the police. So,
indeed, a worrying set of circumstances. It will make especially parents think that your child is not in your space for most of the day. They go to school, and you cannot control everything, including what they eat. And we all know how kids are. You know, they don't want to eat the boring old sandwiches that mom and dad
they want the fun stuff as well.
Exactly. Yeah. Thank you so much. Tseho Moage, bringing us the very latest on a very important story that I believe will get a lot of people talking in their households, as it were. Thank you so much.